What's going on, everybody? Hope you're all having a fantastic day today. Now, just very quickly, I'll let you guys know, because every single Saturday, I do an old school Call of Duty stream. Pretty much we play every single game from Call of Duty 4 up to Black Ops 2, and sometimes we branch off to the Jetpack Call of Duty games and also Call of Duty Ghost. But this Saturday, over on my live stream, we will not be doing anything, because I completely tore up my shoulder. I don't know what I did or what happened, but any way, shape, or form that I move my arm, it's just a lightning bolt of pain shooting straight up into it. So sadly, I'm not going to be able to play any FPS games. I'm going to take the next couple of days to relax, ice it up, and try to, calm down whatever's going on up in there. And hopefully by Monday, we'll make a return. And then next Saturday, we will resume the old school Call of Duty streams over on Twitch. But ladies and gentlemen, today we're going to be checking out a game called Crows. Now, there are tons of pros and cons about this game, which I'm going to be discussing in this whole video here. More than likely, I'm going to start with the pros. But I gotta say, this game, out of any game that I've seen recently, has all of the potential to go ahead and truly obtain and take away tons of Battlefield fans who are looking for a more military-realistic experience while still holding on to that arcadey style of gameplay. Crows pretty much does it all. And also, as you guys can obviously already see, it's a third-person shooter. Now, for me personally, I enjoy third-person shooters. The problem is, nobody really makes them. Because, as we all know, FPS and just shooting games in general are becoming very competitive, and third-person shooters aren't very competitive. As we all know, it's very easy to hold angles, not expose your body, and, prep yourself for gunfights instead of being just, specifically aggressive. That's why when PUBG came out, third-person was pretty popular, but first-person completely took over, especially for the competitive scene, because it added for more intense and action-packed gameplay. When you have the ability to see over your shoulder, it makes for very passive moments sometimes. But the reason why I love third-person games is because of how casual they truly are. If you take third-person games way too serious, then yeah, you're going to have that problem of, oh my god, he's just holding that angle 24/7. You can't think of it that way. When I play a third-person shooter, I come in with the expectations of kicking back, relaxing, and just playing a shooter for the fun of it. I'm not going to sweat like I do in Call of Duty. I'm not going to, try to pull massive kill games like I do in Battlefield. I'm just there for the overall environment. And this game definitely delivers. It gives me a mix of kind of PUBG, Ghost Recon, and also some Battlefield vibes all mixed into one game. And like I said, it's great to see a third-person perspective come back into gaming because I missed that. The last game I truly sunk in some time into when it came to PvP third-person titles was probably Uncharted and The Last of Us. I believe I played a little bit of multiplayer in that game. Fortnite is probably the most popular third-person shooter out there, but again, it's not really what I'm looking for when it comes to an atmosphere, I want more military-realistic vibes out of my games, and Fortnite just does not really deliver that for me. So when it comes to third-person shooters right now, there's nothing. I haven't played a game like this in ages. And I'm going to be real with you, when I finally loaded up Crows and I got into the experience, it really did just jog. I don't know if I enjoyed it because of the memories I had of playing third-person shooters, or if it was just because, it was a pretty decent game to begin with, but whatever it was such a treat to play a third-person shooter game again that wasn't revolved around, a cartoony Fortnite theme. The maps are fantastic in this game. The deploy points are amazing. You can, either have air deploy points so that your squad puts down for you that you can parachute in, or you can have, actual spawn beacons that you go ahead and place down yourself, which is also related to a point system. You get currency, money in this game for performing actions, whether it's kills or capturing objectives. And with this currency, you buy things like streaks, like you can do an airstrike, mortars, or you can put down, like I said, spawn beacons. You can give yourself extra meds like stim shots in case you run out of bandages in this game, which is a thing. You have to heal yourself up. There's no medics or anything of that sort, no class systems. You get bandages, and you also use your money and currency to buy more bandages if you're, having a good life and you're getting a bunch of kills and you're on a nice streak and you don't want it to end anytime soon. And I love this system because it pretty much reminds me of the Battlefield 5 system and encourages team play, and it encourages you as a player to do something. If you sit in the back of the map and you only go for, a couple of kills a game, you're not going to get currency, you're not going to get points, you're not going to be able to do anything fun. But if you're at the front lines, right in the middle of the objective, trying to capture it and getting kills and helping out teammates, you will get tons of currency, which you will be able to replenish with different streaks constantly throughout the game. And trust me, it is not hard. And I'm not a fantastic player at all. I would say I'm an average gamer across all different games. And I am capable of consistently building money in this game all the time and getting fun things, fun streaks 24/7. I gotta say, the concept and the foundation of this game are very solid. But that's pretty much it. Like I said, this game has the potential to take over the Battlefield franchise, but it is nowhere even close to being there. I played Crows for about 2.5 hours. I couldn't play any more than that. I instantly turned off the game. And I told myself I'm never touching it until they finally update it. And I'm living by that promise. It's the same thing as Battlefield right now, Battlefield 2042. This game, the performance is so bad. The gunfights are so horrible. And just so many different things are just busted within the game itself that just makes it an overall choppy and horrifying experience when it could be an outstanding one. Like I said, the fundamentals are there for it to improve. Like I said, the potential is there. It's just if the developers will execute upon it. We don't know if the developers are going to push this game aside and completely ignore it, or if they're going to continuously update it and try to make it better. But if they do update and make it better, I could truly see it becoming a very popular game. Probably not the most popular because it's third person. Again, not too many people enjoy games like that. But again, me personally, I enjoy it. There's not too many third person military shooters out there. The majority of them are specialists or, like I said, Fortnite skins, stuff like that. I don't want that. I want a military third person shooter. And this is a game that's been delivered after, not having something like this for ages. But it runs into the same problem as Battlefield 2042. There's no point in playing a first person or third person shooter if the main purpose of this game, the guns, the shooting, the action, don't even function. Bullet registration is absolute garbage. Connection, horrible. Like I said, performance is horrifying for a game that looks like this. You would think that it would be much easier to run, especially on my current rig that I got specifically for, running games for content creation. It is a pain in the butt. And also, the third person to first person aspect is just so weird. It seems forced sometimes because when you're in third person, it doesn't allow you to engage with a third person ADS mindset. You've probably already seen it in the gameplay, but every single time I engage with an enemy, I look down, my iron sights, my red dot, my hollow, whatever it is, it goes into first person and it ADSs. I hate this because it makes every single up close and personal engagement, or even an engagement like you see in this general area, just really obnoxious. In any other game, I would not be going into first person. I would be holding my perspective. I would ADS, since every other game, I've never played a third person game that doesn't allow you to have a little ADS zoom, where you can still hit accurate shots, but fully auto spraying won't be that beneficial. Pretty much every single third person game out there has bloom introduced. That's why when bloom was introduced into first-person games like Call of Duty Vanguard, for example, it was a big, huge deal because nobody wants bloom in a first-person shooter. You're ADSing, you could see right down your reticle, you want your bullets to go where they are. But in third-person games, bloom is kind of necessary. That's pretty much the skill gap because, like I said, in third-person games, people could just hold angles, but if they don't know how to shoot, they're not going to win live gunfights. So tap firing, aiming for the head is very crucial in third-person games, but you can't do this because if you ADS, you're forced into the first-person perspective. So if you try to, shoot while you're unzoomed, it is just straight hipfire spray, and the bullets fly everywhere. Again, it might not be that big of an issue for a lot of other players, but for me personally, it's obnoxious. I could play this game so much better, and I feel like the gunfights would be so much more engaging if I could just have bloom introduced into the game, and I could shoot from a third-person perspective without having to hipfire only. And I'm not the only one who thinks like this. I've been in countless gunfights where me and an enemy are just point blank right next to each other, and we're trying to engage with one another, but it just simply does not work. Because every time that you want to engage, you have to ADS, which up close in this game feels awful. Like I said, the connection, the performance, everything about it just feels so mediocre. It hasn't been worked on in ages, I feel like. That's how bad some of these gunfights feel. So having to go into first person to engage is already bad enough. But then you unzoom and start hip firing, and then your bullet spread is absolutely absurd, even up close and personal, so we start missing even more. I've literally been in gunfights where both of us just walked away. We could have touched each other. That's how close we were. And we both just gave up, walked and did a 180 turn, and walked away and went our own directions. That is how bad the gunplay is in this game, the hit detection is in this game, and just the weapons in general. There's a lot of content, but all of the guns have just ridiculously high recoil patterns with horrible damage. It makes no sense. Yeah, the headshots are very crucial in this game, but my god, if you're going to have that much recoil on some of these weapons, like the AK-47 for example, stupid recoil, which, it's notorious for an AK, but the damage is trash. It makes no logical sense. All AKs in every game I've ever played have amazing damage, bad recoil. This game is it's bad recoil, bad damage, and I can't even hipfire spray to make the recoil a little bit more manageable because there is no hipfire zoom, no third-person zoom. So I have to hipfire spray, which none of the bullets go straight. It feels like a mobile game. That's basically the moral of the story. It feels like a mobile game. It has every last bit of potential to be probably one of the best things I've ever played in a long time. I would love to grind out this game. But until they polish it off and make it not feel like a mobile game and make it feel like a legitimate title that they want to, put tons of effort into, then I can't sadly support it. I want to, And I'm going to be extremely happy. I'll probably cover it down the road if the developers decide to put more work into it. But in its current state right now, it needs so much to become a better title. But if the developers put forth that effort, then honestly, I will gladly grind out this game. But ladies and gentlemen, thanks so much for tuning in this video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to leave a like. Bombs, I hate it. Leave a dislike. Also, if you're brand new, enjoy the content. If you subscribe, hit that notification button. Also, want to chat with this, do so. I have a Twitter and Discord, both linked down in the description. And also, want to catch me live streams of video games over on Twitch. Link that is in the description as well. But guys, thanks so much for tuning in. See you all next one. Peace out.